everyone, my name is Carly Richardson, and today I will be presenting my research proposal based on the following question. Is technology affecting children's communication skills? Today I will be providing an introduction, the theories involved, a review of literature, my hypothesis and research questions, proposed methods, and a conclusion. The changes in technology in just the last 20 years alone have been amazing. With the changes in technology, people all over the world can now communicate like never before. We have smartphones, notes, iPads, laptops, and the list goes on. With technology being in every aspect of our lives, it is also becoming a part of our children's. Although technology helps make communication easier for us and keeps us entertained, it is negatively impacting our children's development of communication skills. Interpersonal communication is changing due to technology, which is impacting the development of children's communication skills with the relationships they have in their life. Friends, family, school acquaintances, etc. Technology is not just provided for them at home, but is also being incorporated in their lives at school. According to Purdy in her article in 2015, children born in the 21st century have come to be known as DigiKids, digital natives, the net generation, or the touchscreen generation, because they have never known a time when computers, video gaming, and other technologies were not part of their lives. Other researchers have insisted that too much time spent using technology negatively impacts and even delays development of social skills in children. With the conditioned social cultural theory, which emphasizes the social aspects of cognitive development and intellectual growth stimulated by interaction with others, we can see the importance of this topic due to the cognitive development and intellectual growth being impacted in children today and our future children's lives. Connected to the cognitive social cultural theory, social cognitive theory is also connected in observing others within the context of social interactions, experiences, and outside media influences. Children are known for observing behaviors and picking up on them quickly, which is a way of social learning. With technologies secluding children from other children, again, this is impacting their development of communication skills, which are vital for them in future relationships. With technology being in every aspect of children's lives, school, and at home, it is impacting how children build their interpersonal communication through things like group interactions in the classroom, at lunch, or playing outside with other children. Due to technology, children are glued to their devices, closing themselves off from other children, which is closing themselves off from important face-to-face communication they need to develop for their communication skills. With kids having technology in the classroom and owning their own technology, it is impacting children's play. Playing is vitally important for children because it helps their social and emotional development. Researchers have studied the importance of this because children, while interacting with other children, are developing important life skills. In the article by Cohen, Promoting Play at School and Home, it says young children need to play endless games of Barbie, or fantasy dress-up games, or disorganized sports. Because where children get to argue about the rules and work out conflicts and figure out fairness, they are deciding for themselves whether to keep score or not, which is helping build life skills and developing their communication skills. In recent interpersonal research, there's been a few studies done exploring the impact technology is having on children's development of communication skills. Some key points and findings from existing studies have influenced the direction of this proposal and helped back up the importance of why this needs to be further studied. Jay Bolter, a Georgia Tech professor, said in his article, "In years to come, the two strongest forces for change in English, as in just about everything else, will be globalization and technology. Email, for example, uses a less formal style than traditional written communication and is blurring the distinction between writing and speech. Technology is playing a huge role in language change. With the growth of technology, today's children have access to it everywhere, first in our homes and now in our schools. Yes, technology helps enhance learning and makes learning more fun, but it is making the classrooms and the children's lives too impersonal due to the lack of social interaction." Flair, in his article Technology and Education, said, "The range of electronic devices that can now be used in teaching and learning have changed drastically, which has changed the way children learn in school and how they go home to do their homework. For example, Chin Young and Chin Ying in 2004 conducted a study to look into the development of social skills and developmental practices for young children being influenced negatively by using technology in school. The researchers wanted to study whether or not technology impedes young children's social skills, since children have to develop these skills through in-person interaction, which technology keeps them from. Chin Young and Chin Ying showed that technology influence has three factors: children's prior knowledge, children's technology access at home, and time. Each of these three things are important factors in how children are or are not influenced by technology. Burke, another communication researcher, said in her article, "The importance of play and so much more. Experience is not the best teacher, it is the only teacher. Children must interact with real people and real things. They need to encounter problems and figure out how to solve them when something doesn't go as one would hope. Curiosity and trial and error must be championed." There have been no studies specifically showing children learn better than social interaction, but there is a study showing children learning too quickly, adapting to technology due to it being in every aspect of their lives. As mentioned earlier, children pick up habits quickly, and due to technology being everywhere in their lives, they pick up on this knowledge quick, which then they use to influence their parents to bring that technology home to them. Obviously, technology is in every aspect of our lives, but children bringing home their knowledge of technology and the newest stuff influences their parents to invest in getting more technology-based items to help teach their kids and help them in school. This could be something like a laptop, a technology-based tablet for the child's homework, or school-related games. In Cora's study in her article, "Acquiring a New Technology at Home," a parent-child study about youth influence on digital media adoption in a family, it shows the youth influence on the adults in getting them the newest technological gadget. The study explored the process of youth influence on their parents' digital media adoption, which then builds their technology addiction, furthermore impacting their developmental communication skills. They showed percentages of parents and children who said that children influence their parents on getting more technology-based items like computers, laptops, cell phones, etc. The study by Silverstein is the only study that is close to being similar to my proposal. The researchers Einsberg, Kristen, Gross, Black, and Zuckerman wanted to see the impact mobile technology being used by young children was affecting others, specifically the effects on their family. They studied nannies of children from months old to 8 years of age from various backgrounds, educational levels, and employment status families. Their conclusions were mobile technology raised some questions about the influence on communication between the families. The study mentioned in the results three tensions. 1. Effects on the child. Fear of missing out of the benefits of mobile devices versus the concerns about its effects on the child's thinking and behavior. 2. Wanting to use mobile technology in educational ways, but often feeling that rapidly evolving technologies are beyond their control. 3. Family stress. The necessity of mobile device use in stressed families versus its displacement of family time. The results basically showed researchers that families are uncertain how to feel about technology. Families don't know whether allowing young children to technology will benefit or harm them, but they also know they don't want the children to get behind because technology is a part of their everyday life and it is constantly changing. My hypothesis is technology will have a negative effect on youth communication skills. My two research questions are: will excessive use of technology harm the development of the necessary skills needed to be able to communicate with others, damaging current and future relationships, and will written communication and oral communication be used less, impacting the children into their adolescent years? This study will be an observation study and a mixed methods research study due to the quantitative and qualitative data being collected to gain a better understanding of the research questions. The study will contain both qualitative, open-ended questions and quantitative, closed-ended questions, which when integrating those together creates a mixed method research study. The reason for the mixed methods is to gain multiple perspectives and to gain a complete understanding of what is being observed. Observing the children in action will help us gain a better understanding and also allowing us to see for ourselves how the children act in their own comfortable element. The design of the study will be explanatory design, which helps show in what ways the qualitative data helps to explain the quantitative results. This study is going to take some time due to all the data being collected, therefore the time is unknown because we have to see what we're dealing with and go from there. The research study will be doing a comparison of elementary schools, one where students use nothing but technology, and another where they do half technology and half without. The targeted population will be kids with older siblings. A survey will be sent out to the parents of the children selected and approved, and the questions will be based on whether or not the parents have noticed a change in their younger child's communication skills compared to their older child, or any changes at all due to technology's influence. Children will be observed without knowing in the classroom with parent and school approval. Data will be collected on the differences in the children who use lots of technology and the children who use some technology. The goal of the study will be to show the difference in the children's development of communication skills, which will show this is an ongoing problem, which will hopefully encourage others to look into what can be done to fix this. In conclusion, there isn't enough research done on this specific topic, which is why this study needs to be done. Interpersonal communication is an important skill to have because we do it every day. How you communicate with others face to face, whether verbally or non-verbally, is extremely important in all relationships. Our children are our future. With the change in technology and the influence it is having on their development of communication skills, it is vital to understand the impact this will have on our future, and if there is any way to help change the negative influence technology is having on the development of our children's communication skills.